So the Kia Rio has been with us for quite a few years, and throughout its time it's been a bit of an understudy to cars such as the Ford Fiesta, the Vauxhall Corsa and the Volkswagen Polo. It's a new model though, but can it help even the playing field? So the car normally comes in sienna brown, although I must admit I do prefer this blaze red metallic finish, but this is an optional extra. These headlights have also got quite a nice design to them. You've also got nice touches such as the gloss black plastic trim here and the chrome surround as well. And I have to say the Rio is, it's quite a good looking car. So step inside the Rio and you're greeted by this two-tone look, which is black and kind of maroon / burgundy, and I quite like it. It helps to give the inside kind of like a premium look, and it helps to give a nice touch. Although I was expecting some better materials in here because they are quite hard and scratchy, and given the car's asking price, just over £18,000 with this optional paint finish, I was expecting better quality in all honesty, but it's not too bad. It's not a bad place to be. You've got these leather seats which are rather nice, and they're also heated, which I quite like. Leather steering wheel, and you've also got the leather gear stick as well. So overall not too bad, but I was hoping for some better quality materials. So the Rio's asking price may be a little bit pricey to begin with, but it does have quite a lot of kit. It's got the infotainment system with DAB radio, Bluetooth and navigation. It's got climate control. It's got USB port, auxiliary port, heated steering wheel, heated seats. It's got LED rear tail lights. It's got cruise control. It's got the smartphone integration that I've already mentioned with the Bluetooth, lane departure warning, autonomous emergency braking, keyless entry and electric windows all round. So I'm sure you'll agree that is a pretty comprehensive specification. It's also got rear parking sensors and a rear parking camera. So I can't really complain about the level of kit. So getting comfortable in the Rio is very easy indeed. The seat's got good adjustment to it, and the steering wheel's got good adjustment as well. So it's got rake and reach, which is quite nice. So getting a good driving position is very easy indeed. As you would expect, there's quite a lot of headroom in the front, and these seats are very comfortable as well. So getting a good driving position and getting comfortable in the front of the Rio is pretty easy. But what's it like in the back? So the back of the Rio isn't exactly full of space, in all honesty. There is legroom, but not a great deal of it. Now the seat has been positioned for myself, of course, but not a great deal of legroom. But the headroom's not too bad. But having said that, I think taller passengers will struggle for room in the back, in all honesty, and I think for a long journey they may struggle to really get comfortable. So the boot of the Rio offers 325 litres, which is more than the Polo, the Fiesta and the Corsa. But it's not quite as much as the Skoda Fabia. But you're looking at 325 litres, as I've mentioned. You can fold down the 60/40 seats to give you an improved luggage capacity of 980 litres. It's got a fair bit of poke to it, hasn't it? Now this is the first edition model, which is powered by a 1 litre 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol unit, which produces 118 horsepower. This means you will hit 60 miles per hour in 9.8 seconds and onto a top speed of 118 miles per hour. And it's quite a nippy little engine. I quite like it. It's fizzy, it's fun. It helps to give the Rio a playful edge. That's mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox, which is okay. It's not the most precise, but it's not overly terrible to use. Now the steering isn't too bad. It's light at low speeds, but it does get heavier as you drive along. It's got a fair amount of feel to it. It's not too bad. It's reasonably direct, so I've got no real complaints in that area. Now the 1 litre engine is the only engine available in the first edition model. Across the range there are of course other petrol units and also diesel units as well. But I must say I rather like this 1 litre petrol. Right, so let's see what the handling is like. Corner coming up, on the brakes. Not taking away speed that well, if I'm honest. And into the next corner. Not fantastic, in all honesty. It's not terrible, but I would want a little bit more grip. It's a bit of body roll, and it's not the most engaging, in all honesty. So the ride comfort is an area where the Rio doesn't do that well, in all honesty. It's quite bumpy, it's unsettled. Now it's not out and out uncomfortable, but yeah, it's definitely it's definitely busy, and it's definitely something which is a slight annoyance. And it's bound to distract you when you're driving along. Now, in and around town, it's not too much of an issue, not unless the roads are really bad, of course. But take it on faster roads or uneven roads, and yeah, jiggly is the best word for it, I think. Now, once upon a time, Kia made cars that were cheap, and for good reason, because they weren't quite as refined as European rivals, and they just weren't there in regards to build quality. Now, over the years, Kia has definitely stepped this up. Now, on the topic of build quality, yes, Kia has got better, but it's still not quite perfect. Now, whilst I've had this car, I've had this rather annoying rattle coming from the dashboard, and sod's law, now that I'm filming, it's stopped, but each day I've had the car, it has had this annoying squeaky rattle coming from the dash. I think it's coming from the surround for the dials. Yeah, so that has been rather frustrating, in all honesty, and it also shows that the build quality isn't still quite there from a Korean brand. But like I say, sod's law, it stopped. Of course it stopped. So in regards to fuel economy, the official figure from Kia is 60.1 miles per gallon. I must confess I've not been able to hit that. The best I've been able to get so far is 44.5 miles per gallon, which isn't exactly awful, but it's not quite the same as the official figure. Now obviously most of the time you're not really going to hit the official figure, but I was hoping to get a little bit closer than that, if I'm honest. Now in regards to CO2 emissions, the 1 litre engine emits 107 grams per kilometre of CO2, so that's pretty good. It means it's good for the environment, and it also means it's good for road tax as well. So there we have it, the Kia Rio. It's stylish, it's got a big boot, it's got plenty of equipment, but despite this I still don't think the Ford Fiesta has got anything to really worry about. The Kia hasn't quite got what it takes in the corners, and the ride is quite unsettled. So with that in mind, like I say, I think the Fiesta is safe for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe for many more car obsession videos to come.